Hello, it's me, Calypso by the Sea. Welcome to a new CAS and Chat video. Today we're going to talk about something a little different, but also something a little bit more in vein of what we're used to, which is UDC. As you can see, you see a view on the screen, and he is part of the Liu family. And they will be my main UDC family going forward. Yes, the Glynes, who we all love, I know I love them a lot. They are going to be discontinued, and I'm starting back over in 1300. I know you're thinking, that's so far back. It is, but it also isn't, because in the grand scheme of things happened, but also they didn't happen. And that's kind of the issue I have with my UDC, is that things just got so messy. I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do multiple times, mostly because of my skill level. Also, just yes, things, I don't begrudge them for when things happen in game, crazy wildness, aliens, but that all is fine. But what I couldn't abide is when I had to change save files, the family relationships were not matching up. Castile unceremoniously got deleted because he just kept being corrupt no matter how much I tried to fix him. Things of that nature, just over and over again, bad. And I just couldn't abide it, and I wasn't able to fix so many things, and I was just like, okay, that's enough. You guys were over. And I'm gonna start fresh. And so, using what I know now, I can move forward. And I can say with the Liu family, they are very interesting and already have that special Calypso by the Sea. Hear how things are going to go differently, because of course they are. So some things will remain the same, some things will be different. I will be using occults as always, but with more rules amended, which I will bring up when they are necessary, so I don't bog you guys down on the first episode for those returning. But those are new, of course, I'll always have a brief description and then a link in the bio for that. But I do have the Liu family. I have them ready to go, and I'm very excited for them. They, again, are someone I didn't expect to love so much, but it's very interesting. And the heir is going to be, you'll hear soon, something of a anomaly within the series as well. So I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I know it might be a bummer for some of you, but I think as we go, you will see that it was the right decision. Mostly because, let's be real, things were so messy with the lines, and things are hard to keep track of. I didn't get to do the storylines that I wanted to show off because of different things that were going on in my personal life, and then how that translated to the screen. It's just like, ugh. So hopefully that means this time around I now know more what I'm doing and what I want, and that just means we get better quality videos and storylines. It just things for going forward that you can keep up with, and that's what's important to me. It makes me feel better, and hopefully it'll make you guys feel better too, and we could all have a good time. Of course, that means that things will continue as always with my other videos: Silent Hill F, Fatal Frame. I know you're like, where's Fatal Frame? I was like, it's really scary, guys, and I have to play it by myself at home, and I'm just like, I'm scared. So yes, those will continue. Fatal Frame will be back. I will be brave. And of course, 100 Baby Challenge. We will keep things in rotation. UDC, not hopefully, but we'll be getting the most videos, and then we kind of interspace between the two, a Silent Hill or a 100 Baby that that's the kind of schedule I would like to keep going forward. But the first episode for the UDC has already been recorded and should be posted within a few days after this video goes up. But I'm hoping you guys will enjoy the ride, and you might see some familiar faces in the background as well. I hope you guys enjoy. And after this, stay tuned. I'm going to have a little bio for those who are curious about the different members of the family, and just a little bit what we're going to be seeing from them, hopefully, as we go on. So, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Stay after the video for the bye bye for the bio. Bye bye. We first begin with Yu Liu. Yu is a man that always valued family, friends, and a comfortable life. A hardworking life, but also comfortable. He wants to make sure that he can do what he can for his family. A man of endless patience and endless love. Yu always made sure to care for those closest to him, and always giving a hand to those in need. One such person was his wife, Alima. She was a concubine on her way to the nearest lord's manor. Yu couldn't believe his eyes of such beauty, but thought it was above his station. But his infatuation on the trip to the lord's manor increased as the days went by, and Alima herself also fell in love with him. And before they reached their destination, they absconded and decided to start their life anew in lands that you had heard of before. Henford on Bagley. This was something unusual for him. He was also a man of caution in following the rules. But this was the matter of heart, and you believed that he should always follow his heart and do what he thought was right, even if, by laws, it was wrong. He raised his 3 children to put good honor and faith towards each other and their family and their work, and always has been a fantastic, stable man in their lives. Alima is the mother of the family and kind of the heart of the family. She frequently reminds the children to love and care for each other, and to just love and care for the world. She has a big heart for animals, people. She's the epitome of loving love. As stated in her husband Yu's profile, she is from distant lands, and as part of a bargain of sorts between families, she was to become a concubine for a lord in a neighboring country. But fate had other plans, or she had other plans. She fell in love with the soldier and absconded with him. Yu, in other words. And so they ran away together to start a new life and to raise a family. Oh yes, she had become pregnant, unbeknownst to her, to triplets. And boy, were they a handful. But she loved them dearly and raised them as best she could with as much love as she could. But I did say she was the epitome of love, and that is true, because she loves to love, and she does not mind if you was to suddenly go off and find another love, or just someone to bed down with, kiss, whatever, because she herself isn't as faithful as you would think. She just flitters from affection to affection, kiss to kiss, as she sees fit. In fact, her soulmate is not even you. It is another woman who was married, by the way, a local noble, who she is head over heels for, but you does not know that. It's troubling. Yo does not know that, but Elena does. But she has a good sense to not flaunt such things in his face. For while he is used to her flirting and wayward touches towards others, he would not be happy if she were to consummate any of these relationships. Casual flirting only, please, but we will see if she sticks to that or not. Next we have is Min, the second born and second oldest of the triplets. He is a very optimistic guy, always falling in love just like his mother, and was never far from the nearest swim hole. That's not to say that he's not a smart guy. He's pretty reflective and has been going to school. For each household is able to send one child to school if they can afford to do so. And Min is the chosen child, and he is quite proud of that fact. He stays within the books, so to speak, and he's also very sociable about school as well. Though his heart does belong to flower arrangements. He's always been fascinated with working with plants and how that can be turned into a business with herbs, flowers, and things of that nature. Min is still looking for love, not quite sure where he will fall, but he's a good kid with a good head on his shoulders, and his family and siblings are quite proud of him. The youngest of the triplets, Rue, is very complex in my opinion, in a very simple way. While he strives to do his best, there's no set space for him that has been carved out yet. He loves to woodwork. He can be a bit impulsive in his pursuits of, well, pretty much anything because he is looking for his way. But he's a very gentle giant, always yearning for when things were more simple when he was younger. Rue has always been kind of an outcast in his family, not in anything that they've done or how they've treated him, but within his own mind. He's constantly looking for that space that belongs to him, where he belongs, where he shines, like his brother with his smarts or his sister with her hunting and just overall physical attributes. He's just kind of the gentle giant of the family, and it's very amusing to his parents that he tries so hard to find himself, and in doing so ignores the bigger picture, or, well, the smaller picture, which is, Rue, you have a big heart and you're great with working with your hands. Just embrace that, find comfort within yourself, and it'll be okay. However, Rue just, in that teenage way, just feels so unsure of himself and so unsure of his past. Though others have definitely taken a liking to him, some more than others. But we'll see if he can find his way and find the life that he's been wanting to lead. And last but definitely not least, there is our girl, Gia. She's a beautiful girl who is the quintessential eldest daughter, eldest child, and the heir of the Liu dynasty, which is a bit out of the UDC pocket. They're like, what? Yes. With a strong personality and a good head on her shoulder, Gia hopes to do her family proud. As the eldest daughter out of the three triplets, Gia has always been the one to comfort and care for her brothers and others ever since she was young. She loves to joke and tease, roll around in the dirt, and practice with her bow, and drag her brothers home for the evening before they can get into trouble. Gotta do those chores, guys. Gia always considered her life a full one. until, well, she became of age and it was time for her to confront the reality that she had to do her duty, which is to get married and have children and to carry on the legacy, which is normal. Even if she was a male, she would still be expected to find a husband, find someone to settle down, find a partner, settle down with someone, have kids. That's always the way of the world. And of course, being business and success. But you have to also think with Gia is she's very much in between the lines of her life. She sees the life she has to lead as a woman, but also how men are treated in her era. And she's just kind of never really felt a connection to her gender or any gender, really. She's what we would consider non-binary. And even quote unquote worse is that she's never had attracted to men, only women, but she knows enough not to bring that up in any capacity, because while in my UDC things are pretty loose, producing children is still a very much a must. And there are taboos around women who forego those roles still. So yes, she already does have difficulties insofar that she's the heir and also female. She's also a woman who wouldn't be into men and wouldn't take the typical path of marriage and children, which would cause issues. So she has a lot to figure out, and her soulmate is actually a woman too. So she's in a bind in many ways, and she can't quite figure out what to do in this moment. And as the UDC goes, we'll see where that will lead us. So that is the family. That is the Liu family, and I'm quite proud of them. I thought that they are a good mix, and while I was doing some play testing to kind of get a feel for the characters and where that they're gonna be, a lot was revealed to me. And I like to have choices taken out of my hands with these kind of things, because I like to go with the flow. I have storylines in mind, but I also want Sims to tell me who they are and what they're after, how it's better for story writing before they go completely crazy. But we like to have a little bit of a direction, so I'll take what I can get. So yes, thank you all so much for listening, staying till the end to hear the profiles and such, and I'll catch the new UDC that will be releasing soon. I've already played the first episode, so that'll be ready to go for you guys. And I can't wait to hear what you guys think. And with that, I will see you all next time. Bye bye.